You are thirsty. The air smells metallic and sterile. Your Geiger counter is pegged. It's screaming at you, but the needle won't move higher. It's just vibrating at maximum velocity. That means you are standing in a level 5 zone. This isn't a film set in a gas mask. This is the real, silent death. You see the river nearby. It looks clean, perhaps even pristine. Crystal clear, undisturbed by the collapse of civilization. Your instinct screams for water. Stop right there. We're talking about level 5 contamination. That clear liquid is not water anymore. It is a cocktail of isotopes. It is a slow-motion shotgun blast directed straight at your DNA. If you touch that water, you're not just wet. You are irrevocably marked. No worries. If you enjoy a decade of systemic failure, most people focus solely on the gamma radiation from the initial blast. They worry about external exposure. That is amateur hour. Gamma rays are the warning sign. The truly fatal threat is the internal contamination. Here is the thing about water in a level 5 zone. It's not emitting radiation from its surface. The danger is what is dissolved inside it. Think plutonium, strontium-90, cesium-137. These particles don't just float, they integrate. They become the water. We need to redefine safe. Safe means invisible. Safe means nothing that interacts with your biology. If it gets inside you, the clock speeds up dramatically. This is the difference between a high dose in 1 hour and a low dose delivered internally for the rest of your short life. The second one is far more sinister. We're going to dissect the 10 hidden truths about level 5 contamination and water. Forget your prepper fantasies about filtering everything. You need physics. You need brutality. Truth 1. Skin is not a barrier. People believe their epidermis is armor against alpha and beta particles. False. If you splash that water, the isotopes land on your skin. The water evaporates quickly. The radioactive material, it stays put. It binds to your oil, your sweat, your keratin. Now you have a localized hotspot rubbing against your body. Any scratch, any tiny abrasion becomes a direct entry point. It's an injection, not an immersion. Truth 2. Beta emitters are the silent killer. Gamma is scary because it penetrates concrete, but beta particles are highly energetic electrons. They are the main component in contaminated water runoff. If you drink that water, they immediately attack the intestinal lining. The gut is highly regenerative, but constant bombardment shreds it. Nausea, diarrhea, systemic organ failure. You have 5 days before the symptoms become crippling. Truth. 3. Bioaccumulation is exponential. This is about the food chain. You drink a cup of slightly contaminated water today. That strontium-90 doesn't exit quickly. It mimics calcium. It goes straight for your bones. It sits there, radiating your marrow, destroying your blood cell production. You are now manufacturing your own leukemia. Every subsequent cup accelerates the process. This isn't poisoning. It's geological integration. Truth 4. The vapor is just as lethal. You boil the water, thinking sterilization is decontamination. Idiot move. Boiling kills bacteria, not radiation. Iodine isotopes are volatile. When you boil contaminated water, they vaporize. You are now breathing radioactive steam. Your entire kitchen becomes a gas chamber. You have just aerosolized your death. Always assume distillation is lethal unless the source is already tested and low level. Truth. 5. Activated charcoal is mostly useless for metals. Survival guides love activated charcoal filters. They work wonders for chlorine and organic contaminants. But cesium and strontium are ions, heavy metals. They pass right through standard charcoal filters. You need sophisticated ion exchange resins. If you don't have military-grade equipment, you are wasting effort and time. The only low-tech solution that might work is clay. Certain clay minerals, like bentonite, can absorb heavy metal ions. It's messy, it's slow, but it is better than nothing if you understand the chemistry. Truth 6. Potable water sourcing is counterintuitive. Never trust running surface water. Rivers carry everything downstream. The safest water source is often deep groundwater, drawn from pre-existing wells that haven't been opened recently. Or better yet, condensation collection. Find sealed metal shipping containers. The thermal difference will cause condensation inside. This condensate is naturally distilled. It's a tiny yield, but it's fundamentally cleaner than the river. Truth 7. The potassium iodide myth. Everyone stockpiles Ki pills. They only protect your thyroid against radioactive iodine. 131. Iodine 131 has a half-life of 8 days. It's dangerous immediately after an incident. But a level 5 zone that has existed for months or years? The I-131 is gone. You are now facing cesium 137, which has a 30-year half-life, and strontium-90 with its 28-year half-life. Your expensive pills are now just placebos. The real defense is Prussian blue. If you can find that obscure chemical, it binds specifically to cesium. Good luck sourcing it in the apocalypse. Truth 8. The psychological drift begins with the gut. Radiation poisoning doesn't just kill cells, it causes profound psychological deterioration. The relentless nausea and pain break the mind long before the organs fail. You become withdrawn, paranoid, and erratic. The zombie lore isn't about reanimation. It's about the living exhibiting extreme, desperate, and irrational behavior. A contaminated survivor is a liability, incapable of sound judgment. They are a threat to your resources. Truth 9. Internal injury is indistinguishable from contamination. Level 5 zones are usually structurally compromised. You are surrounded by hidden risks. You take a fall, rupture your spleen, and start bleeding internally. The symptoms of severe internal hemorrhage, weakness, vomiting, collapse, are identical to acute radiation syndrome. You will waste precious resources trying to decontaminate a broken body. Always assume trauma first, but understand the margin for error is 0. You cannot afford misdiagnosis. Truth 10. Decontamination protocol must be immediate and ruthless. If you suspect skin contact, you have minutes, not hours. You need forceful scrubbing with clean water and soap. Not scrubbing to the point of abrasion, but intense, continuous removal of surface particles. The water used for washing is now hazardous waste. It must be contained and buried, deep, away from water tables. If you neglect the wash-off water, you simply move the radioactive hotspot from your skin to your campsite. Survival isn't about avoiding radiation. It's about managing radioactive waste. You are now a mobile hazmat operation. You wanted the truth about the water. It's not poisonous, it's highly specific, calculated cellular destruction. It waits until you feel safe. It targets your marrow, your gut, your very structure of life. The safe path is the dry path. The safe path is relentless containment. Your mission is not to find clean water, but to find water that can be rendered clean by separation, not filtration. Evaporation and condensation are your gods now. Distance and time are your only true allies against the isotopes that refuse to die. A clean canteen means nothing if you drink it while standing in a plume of radiological dust. Every survival decision must be framed around the half-life. 28 years, 30 years. Can you outrun 30 years? Probably not. But you can buy enough time to secure the perimeter. You can delay the inevitable decay long enough to stabilize the new world. You understood the calculation. You adapted the physics. Welcome to the new world. Now keep moving.